I've always had this connection with nature, and I basically with my life, I set out to pretty much set an example and live the example and be the example of how we should live. And what I realize is that we're not humans. We're not humans at all. We're an infestation. That's what we are. We're an infected. Hold on. We're an infection body on our own bodies. That's what the earth realm is. Life, we are inside of our own bodies,
Nature
each
Boy.
individual holographically. Go ahead.
I want to talk about the girl that we know as Kayla now. How is she? Is she safe? Is she healthy?
I don't know a Kayla.
Sunray.
Oh, Sunray, yes, she is healthy. She is beautiful. Oh my, Sunray is just, she is the happiest that she says she's ever been. And she's absolutely loving life. And she did a video recently on, we all encouraged her to go live so that people wouldn't be so worried about her. We all encouraged her to just go live and let people know that you're okay and speak your own mind and tell them what's going on, because she's actually afraid of the people that she ran away from. And I can't blame her, but
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning in right now, the man on the screen goes by the name of Nature Boy. He is a cult leader. A lot of people say that, he's a sex cult leader. However, the jury is still out on that. However, someone sent me an email and said, you know what, you give a lot of tough love to both men and women. I respect your opinion, but I feel like there's some more things that you should be talking about right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I see y'all in here heavy. Go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are just coming across tough love. Hit that bell for notification. But I'm back into this. So Nature Boy obviously is a guy from New York who has been preaching the gospel per se. He's one of those pro-blacks or extremists. I think he's an extremist. And there's been a lot of information coming out about what's going on with him and his followers and the people that's living with him that go by the name of Carbon Nation. So what I want to do is provide you guys some feedback. I think it's going to be a lot said that you guys, if you're not aware of him, that you're going to be made aware of him. And then this is going to be a good talking point for you and the people that you follow and you respect, because a lot of people are saying that you would have to be a weak person to follow this man. You would have to be delusional to follow this man. This man is a narcissist. He is toxic as hell. Who would listen to this man? But I want to not only give you words coming from his mouth, but also give you words from other members and what they feel is going on with him. So rock out with me. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Make sure that y'all subscribe. And let's get right back into this, man. Okay.
I told her that the police were calling looking for her and stuff like that, and I was like, I made sure that she got in contact with the police station there in Canada. I also make sure that she got in contact with her mother, what her Babylon mother, what we call the Babylon mother, the Babylon aunt. I made sure that, and I encouraged her to just contact them, because I don't mind her living with me. I don't mind her living with me, and she's good. She's a friend of mine. She's a family member of mine. We treat her with nothing but love, and we treat her with nothing but love. And it's her decision to be here with me and live as I do, and that's her right. But at the same time, I also know that I'm a black man, and she's a white girl. She's in a white girl form, and I'm in a black man body. And I also know that it might seem to the world that I'm holding her hostage, and that I'm the world already, the media has already depicted black men to be, violent and destructive and scary. So I wanted to make it clear that, call your peoples, let them know you okay, because I don't want no problems on this end. You come into my world, and I allowed you here, and I don't care. I don't mind. You're my friend, and she's allowed here. But what won't happen is the drag bragging of me and what I stand for. That's what won't happen. So I made sure, and I encouraged her to contact, because I don't want any problems. I don't. That's why I'm doing this interview with you, because I don't want any problems, and I don't want any issues. So basically, that's what she did. She contacted the police station to let them know she was safe. They seen her on video, the investigator, and she did a live video in front of addressing Canada. Somehow, Facebook deleted her because she didn't have a real name, and so people think that I told her to, or I took her page down. So the word is out that I am somebody controlling or manipulating her mind. And so I wanted to make that clear that that's not the situation at all. Reflection.
So she can leave if she chose to leave.
Oh yes, like nobody that comes here, I asked to come here. Everybody that's here, just tapped into my station, felt like what I was saying was true, and decided to join me. And even in the joining process, I screen people, because I know that my astrological energy doesn't get along with everybody. There has been people that came and didn't agree totally about how I lived, and they did videos about me and said I was this and that, and that's fine. But so to get met around me, one would just have to be vibrate at the same frequency. So you would have to come to me. I'm not recruiting anybody.
You're watching.
He is not recruiting anyone. Does that make it all right? Ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button. This is Tough Love. We are having a conversation this morning that I feel that is resonating throughout social media. It's been going on for a long time. My first thought process is, how can a man that is considered to be toxic, considered to be a narcissist, considered to be, almost allegedly like a sex trafficker, hoarding young women, having young people sleeping with his own kids, or having his kids touch his private parts, having several wives, having, a plethora of disrespect going across to his wives in regards to making them do certain sexual acts on social media. How is this able to go on? Where is the CIA? Where is the FBI? Where is Homeland Security? Why hasn't this been stopped? And my thought process is, what type of people would subject themselves to this type of situation? Are they crazy? Do they have low self-esteem? Did they not have a good support system? Were they growing up in a single parent household? Is it a poverty thing where they feel like this man can provide? But he said something that really resonates. He said that these people are coming to him. Well, let's talk about the people who've come to him. Let's talk about the people who have came to him and see what they think about it. This woman on the screen, you may not know, but it is one of Nature Boy's wives. So let's see what she had to say about the situation.
To another live of carbonation and shit. Let's talk about it. I would like to bring some awareness to this situation right now. I like to shed some light on this situation right now, because it is getting to me because of the fact that I've been with Nature Boy. I've been with him. I've been with him for a good amount of time, for 3 years. So I know his tactics, I know his ways, I know what he's going to try to do to stop bringing awareness or whatever. I'll write a book later. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this, what we need to talk about right now. So I'm under the impression that he's can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me properly? Because I got the volume all the way up. I'm under the impression that Nature Boy is online talking about protecting the black man. Let's talk about what we're protecting. Let's talk about what we're protecting when he says protect the black man. Protect the black man from what? From imprisonment, from jail, from what? Protect him from what? And if you need to make a video or make a statement or even title a video, protect the black man, why do you need to be protected? Why do you need to have somebody protect you? Why do you need somebody to apologize to you on camera? Why do you force people to make public apologies about you? Because every public apology that Nature Boy is getting everybody to do, the public apology on February 4th of Aya and Efru, the public apology that he made me do, other public apologies that he's made everyone in Carbonation do, he's only making them do public apologies so that his ass could be saved or somewhat be saved in the end. These people don't really want to do a public apology. This is why when they're on camera, they can't look in the camera. They can't look straight in the camera. When they're talking, they're skipping over words. They can't really express themselves because at the end of it all, they don't really know what to say or how to express themselves because it's not them. It's not their thoughts. It's not their minds. It's not what they want to say. It's not how they actually feel. But they are expressing themselves anyway and making these public apologies anyway, because if they disobey him in any kind of way, they're going to be threatened to be kicked out of Carbonation. Some of the women might be threatened to get beaten. You know, most of the time it's physically abusive for the women. I don't know what it's like for the men. I don't be around the men, never was around the men. But I know for sure that it becomes physically abusive for the women and it's a lot of degrading. He talks to them all kinds of ways, all kind of fucked up ways, and degrades them all kinds of ways. Tell them they ain't gonna be shit without him. Tell them that he's the only person that they need. He tells them that they'll never be able to live outside of Carbonation. He tells them that nobody or ever want to be with them after being with him. He says all kinds of stuff. He says that they'll go to hell if they leave Carbonation. They won't be nothing in life if they go to Carbonation. And I'm here to say that no matter where you go in your life, what you do in your life, wherever you go, it don't matter. You still gonna have to build a foundation for yourself. Everybody at Carbonation is not building a foundation for themselves. Nature Boy is only taking from them. Nature Boy is only taking from everybody in Carbonation. Most of the people in Carbonation don't really have anything to give financially, so they have to be utilized for some other asset. And for the women who aren't financially wealthy, who are there, who can't really offer anything, the only thing they can offer is sex. The only thing they can offer is their vagina. And no woman should carry themselves like that. I don't give a fuck if you ain't know how to cook an egg. You better go learn how to cook an egg and have some type of value to yourself, because pussy is everywhere. Vagina is everywhere. There's a whole bunch of women, beautiful women with vaginas walking around. A man could get tired of you in a second and then go and leave you and be with another woman. Not to mention, this is what he's doing in Carbonation. Not to mention, he's trying to get other women, recruit other women off of Bigo to be in this world, so that he don't have to be with you no more because he's tired of you. He don't want to be with you. Efru, he don't want to be with you. Any other woman that's there, he don't want to be with you. He's not going to treat you good. I've been around y'all for 3 years. Well, him 3 years, but some of the people I've been around them for a year to 2 years. You watched me go through a lot. You watched me go through physical abuse with this man. Why do you think that I went through physical abuse? Did you think I went through physical abuse because I was a demon? Because I'm only being a demon to him? Did you think I went through physical abuse because I wasn't one with the knowledge, when in fact I was his #1 student who actually absorbed all the information and taught it better than him? No, it had nothing to do with the knowledge. Me being physically abused had nothing to do with the knowledge. Me being physically abused had nothing to do with my demons. Me being physically abused in carbonation had nothing to do with my debilitations from a fucking chart. The physical abuse that was done to me in carbonation came from the fact that I wasn't agreeing with how he was moving, how he wanted to move, how he wanted to have all y'all in our relationship, all of the women in our relationship, how he wanted to pass the women back and forth from him to the other men, how he wanted to have sex with these women with these other men's baby inside of them, how he wanted to take away the women from these men when he found that to be as benefit or as convenient for him. The physical abuse had nothing to do with the knowledge. Everything that's happening to you, him screaming on you, him calling you out your name, him calling you a hoe, him calling you whatever it is that he's calling you, that has nothing to do with a debilitated nothing in your chart. Does he talk to you about your debilitations? Does he openly talk to you about your debilitations? No. He doesn't bring them up. He doesn't talk about them. He only references your debilitations and your demons to keep that shit stuck as a cycle, as a thought in your head so that you can feel bad, put you on a guilt trip so that you won't ever leave him. When in fact, what are you gaining from him? Think about this. What are you gaining from him? Okay, you gain some knowledge and he put you on some knowledge. On some real shit, on some real honest to God shit. This man is not living the knowledge that he's trying to teach you. This knowledge that he taught you is in the vessels of our parents, in the vessels of other older people that's in our reality. Not only him. And I want to tell you that there's people out here who have more information than Nature Boy, who has more details to the information that Nature Boy is trying to teach carbonation. There's men out here, women out here who have more information than this man. He is not living anything. He is only living the circumstances of how he was grown up, of how he was raised. He has subjected himself to his demons. That's why he's always talking to you about yours. Nature Boy, in fact, does not bring anything angelic out of anybody. He only brings anything, all negative things out of everybody. Do you know how many people went to carbonation and left? Do you know how many children Nature Boy had with women and the women left him because they wasn't in agreement to how he wanted to live? Do you think this is our issue? Do you think that I'm a demon? Or do you think that this is his issue or that he's a demon? He likes to teach us that we shouldn't point the finger and we should take accountability and responsibility for the shit that we do. Well, why isn't he taking responsibility for what he's doing? When you got to make the public apology to him, he should be making a public apology to you. He should be making a public apology to me. Fuck that public apology to Baba G. This nigga done brought all of us and put all of us in a space that we don't want to be in. Everybody in carbonation, whether you want to feel like you over there and you thriving and you happy and you healthy, you're not. Because what you don't express is the actual, what you actually feel. I was with him for 3 years. Nobody in carbonation could sit here and tell me that they feel indifferent about shit that Nature Boy do. Everybody in carbonation feels some type of way. And for y'all to go along with the shit, keep going along with the shit, watch me go through the shit and try to stop it is crazy as the fuck. Anybody who left carbonation and went back and left again, stay gone. Because all you're gonna do is go back again. And then you're gonna leave again. And then you're gonna go back again. And then you're gonna leave again. Because once your spirit rejects something, once your gut feeling tells you that this isn't right, you'll never be able to get over it. Even consciously. You can try to get over that shit consciously all you want. All you want is going to keep plaguing your subconscious mind because you know that it ain't right. What type of lifestyle did you live before Nature Boy? I'm asking everybody in carbonation, what type of lifestyle did you live before carbonation? Was you living like him? The only thing that he offers people in carbonation is that raggedy ass background, raggedy ass scene that he got in the background. That's all you can afford. That's all you got to give to people is a motherfucking background. You could take somebody into the depth of nature. You could give somebody the sun, the moon, the stars. You could give somebody gold. You could give somebody your heart. But if that shit ain't righteous, if it don't have no substance and it ain't nothing that's godlike, that shit is never going to prosper. Carbonation is not prospering. It has been almost 5 years on this man's head that he's been on social media. And guess what he's done? Take everybody down. Take everything down. Only thing that he's put on social media is him degrading women, degrading his children, neglecting his children, emasculating men. This is what he do. Stop allowing him to tell you that he's the Messiah. He's not the Messiah. He's not. He's not. He's not anybody righteous. He's not. I don't give a fuck how much knowledge somebody has. Somebody could tell you some shit that you don't know all day long. But if their actions aren't congruent and it makes you feel indifferent, what they do to you, if what they do to you makes you feel indifferent and feel lower than who you were before meeting them, you need to get away from that person. That person is using you in a negative way. That person is draining your energy, taking your energy away from you, and not giving you nothing back. Nothing. If I would have never fucked with Nature Boy, I would have been in my own house. I would have had my own car. I would have had my own everything. Nothing would have never been given to me from a troll, from him, from my parents, from nothing. Because I was a person before him. But because I fucked with him and stayed with him and kept going back and forth, even when people did give me blessings, guess what happened to those blessings? It got taken away from me. He want to try to use the Bible. He wants to try to use a Bible and the 5 sciences to back up some shit that a man off the street who's homeless could tell you about. On some real honest to God shit. After leaving Nature Boy, I've met men who told me that nigga's a fraud. I ain't even, listen, I'll tell you some shit. I'll sit down with you, show you some shit. My dad done show me some shit. That this nigga, Nature Boy, don't have. The information that he don't have. The only thing that carbonation, the people in carbonation is banking on is the 5 sciences. That's it. Well, sweetheart, baby girl, baby boy, whatever you want to call yourself, the knowledge extends further than that because you actually got to live it. This man ain't living shit. If a woman went to go be with Nature Boy and then left him and then going back to be with him, how you think you're going to be treated? Do you think that you're going to be treated any better? Anybody who has ever left carbonation and went back, Nature Boy has no respect for because now you're a target. Now you're somebody that's going to switch up. Now you're somebody that's going to go against him and do all of this extra shit. How you think the other woman is going to treat you? If a woman leave Nature Boy and go back and try to be in the presence of all these other women, how do you think those women going to treat you? They're not going to treat you good. They're not going to be your friend. They're going to look at you as an enemy. They're going to call you an enemy. They're going to call you a demon, and secretively, they're going to be watching you, and they're going to be waiting for you to leave, and they're going to be waiting for that shit. Don't put yourself in a situation like that amongst other women because you're an empress, you're a queen, period. Empresses and queens don't put themselves up next to peasants and women who have low self-esteem. And I'm not trying to degrade none of them women in carbonation. I'm just speaking the real. I'm speaking the real. I was there for 3 years. Can't nobody tell me shit. None of Nature Boy, other baby mamas can't tell me shit. I was with this nigga, watched him do the shit to me, to other women that his baby mamas never seen because they got the fuck up out of it. Why you think Nature Boy, any of Nature Boy baby mamas is not with him? Because they seen him for what he is. If any woman there right now have a baby by Nature Boy, you are not going to be taken care of properly. You are not going to be in a good environment for you to have that baby. Your baby might come out like Zoka. Your baby might come out like Eliana did when she was damn near half to death, and so was I on the table giving birth. Your baby might actually come out like Serenity Baby with jaundice and half developed because this nigga ain't giving you no medical attention, because this nigga can't feed you properly and you're not getting all the minerals and nutrition that you need in your body to sustain the pregnancy. Or better yet, you might go be with another man there, have sex with him, get pregnant by that man, then go be with Nature Boy because Nature Boy claims to be the Messiah and he's gonna manipulate you and coerce you into being with him anyway because he feels like every woman that comes there comes for the knowledge and they're gonna be with him eventually. All the women don't know that they love Nature Boy. So you might go be with Nature Boy while you pregnant for his baby, like Sheba ass, didn't even know who the fucking baby daddy was, and then get stuck with the other nigga because Nature Boy don't want to be with you. Or you still might get pregnant by that other nigga, go be with Nature Boy, and they have to get an abortion, take a pill to get an abortion on multiple occasions because Nature Boy don't want you to have that child. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me. I know the truth. I know the real. I know what actually go on there. Efferu had to get 2 motherfucking abortions. Nature Boy made her get 2 abortions from Caliber. And you know what this girl does? She sit there and act like it's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. If you get pregnant by another man and another man is in your presence and he's encouraging you and give you some Plan B pills to take because he don't want you to, that's not healthy. You're not in a healthy situation. Neither of those men love you. Neither of them love you. No man could ever be with a woman and say that he loves her and allow her to go fuck another man. Be in his presence. In his presence. Marry him. Marry him and then say, go be with him. That's better for you. Ain't no man love you that's going to do that to you, that's going to say that to you, that's going to ever treat you like that. Period. What are we protecting? Protect the black man. What are we protecting? Demonic shit? Negativity? We're not protecting nothing. We're not protecting Nature Boy. We're not protecting him. Fuck him. Period. He done put everybody in a fucked up ass position, whether whoever realized it or not. Those women are so stuck with this shit that he's trying to tell them, trying to preach to them, that no true sense can come into the electromagnetic field and they be able to pick up on it. This shit is not right. It's not right. It won't ever be right. And I'm going to keep saying it every fucking day. Every day. Malia is in the hospital right now with fluid around her heart, my nigga. Fluid around her heart. Her heart. Do you know what that means? Her heart, she's dying because of this environment. Dia died. Mama Dia died because of that environment. Children have died because of that environment. You can't tell me that this shit is right. And you can't tell me that you won't go back to this shit. You watch me go back. You watch me. Everybody watch me go back multiple times. And guess what the outcome is? I'm out of it still. That's the outcome. You're going to leave again. Because it ain't right. That's why. Don't keep putting yourself in a situation that's fucked up. Don't keep going back to that fucked up ass situation. You left with STDs. You went there with no STDs, left with STDs. What the fuck are you doing? You went there with no children. You left with children that the dad don't give a fuck about. Don't put yourself through that. You went there with love for yourself, understanding for yourself, and then got that taken away by a nigga who's trying to recreate you into a character from his own mind. He's trying to recreate you to be somebody you're not. You're not that person who he says you are. Period. The reason why those people stay is because they don't know who they are. They don't know. They don't know that they're powerful people. They don't know their worth. They don't know their value. They don't have confidence in themselves. Nature Boy preys on weak people, weak-minded people. These people could potentially become strong individuals, but because they're at a low point and they're young, even the people who are of age, who's considered to be an adult, those motherfuckers is at low points. Nature Boy preys on people like that. He preys on people that have low points. That's the only people he could prey on, because somebody who know themselves, have confidence, know their self-worth, have value, will never fuck with him. Hello? Hello? People playing on my phone now because motherfuckers know. This shit ain't right. This shit will never be right. And protect what? What are we protecting? Show them some of the books you've been reading. I've been reading some of these books. Let me show you. I got another one right here. These are books that I've been reading. First, I've been reading this one, God's Healing Words. It's a book that's dedicated. Well, I was reading a book that was dedicated to a woman, but this book is like it's just healing words from God. Like if I'm going through something, I'll just like start reading this book, and then I'll get the message that I need for the day. Right. I've also been reading this Gaslighting Effect book. I've been reading this. How to Stop and Survive the Hidden Manipulation Others Use to Control Your Life. This is what I've been reading. And I understood this book so well, and it resonates so much because Nature Boy does this shit. He gaslights the fuck out of everybody in Carbonation and people who watch him on social media. There's another book that I'm reading, Subliminal Psychology 101. You see, people have certain characteristics about themselves where it might not necessarily look like they're trying to manipulate you or control you or gaslight you, but in actuality, they are. It's called subliminal psychology. That's what this shit is called. We're not looking at things in the right light, y'all. We're looking at a one-sided lens perspective of the situation. This shit get deep. Because the reason why them people keep going back, the reason why I kept going back and shit, because I allowed him to subconsciously, subliminally manipulate me into shit that I knew wasn't right before I even made a decision to go back. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You ain't got to explain the last one. Just show it to him.
The Art of War.
Sun Tzu.
The Art of War.
So get back on your kick, man. Show him you're getting some real knowledge now. Some real knowledge. Ain't nothing on the phone, ain't none of that shit he talking about. That's some real shit right there.
You know what, Dad? It's crazy because Nature Boy doesn't allow us to read books.
What's the best way to hide something from a black man?
You take the book away. You
put it in a book. A lot of people like to say, what's the best way to hide something from a nigga? Put it in a book because niggas don't read.
Well,
that's what they say. That's the saying since I was a kid.
Well, Nature Boy do it worse. He's worse with it because he takes the book completely away. He takes the book. He doesn't let nobody in Carbonation read books. But if I ever had this book in Carbonation or this book in Carbonation, I would be called the demon, straight like that. Now, when somebody's constantly calling someone else a demon, what does that make the other person? If someone in fact is authentically expressing themselves, and then someone comes up to you and say, "Oh, you're a demon for expressing yourself like that," what does that make them? A fucking demon. You are exactly what you see. Sometimes I be around demons and I don't even see that shit. I be seeing potential. I be seeing angelic shit, and my dad be like, "No, Vel, that's a demon," and I be like, "Hold up." You know what I'm saying? People see what they are, period. And Nature Boy constantly want to tell people that they're a demon. You're the fucking demon. Let's pull up Nature Boy's aspects. What's his birthday? August 29th, 1982 is his birthday. August 29th, 1982. He was born at 10:34 a.m. August 29th, 1982, 10:34 a.m. Born in New York, or Manhattan, New York. How about we put those coordinates in on Astro or Terra or something like that, and bring up these astrological facts on Nature Boy's ass and pull up his demons and let's read them out loud and see what kind of demonic force he is. This nigga is literally the demons that's in his chart. And matter of fact, I'm gonna go pay for a motherfucking chart myself. I'm gonna go pay for Nature Boy's chart myself, do that bitch myself, and read them demons out loud and tell me if this ain't that nigga. Tell me if it ain't him. And we're gonna see who's the real fucking demon in the end. We're gonna see who the real demon is. Guess what? Because now Eliana's without a father. Now Eliana has to grow up in a situation with a neglectful parent because they don't give a fuck about her, because they don't give a fuck about themselves. So does 3 other children in the circumstance. One of the children doesn't even know his father. So let's see who's the real demon in the end. And let's see who's gonna be made out to be the one who's gonna look the most stupidest in the end. Let's see. You want to talk about the race ain't given to the strong, but the race ain't given to the swift nor the strong, but those who endure to the end. We gonna see who gonna endure this race. We gonna see. And we gonna see who gonna come out on top, and we gonna see who the demon and who the angel. Period. And that's on period. Protect what? Protect your demons? Protect your demons? No, we ain't protecting no demons. That's what everybody in combination does. That's what I did when I was there with your ass. Protect your demons. I'm not protecting them hoes. No, I'm not protecting no demons no more, bitch. How about that? I'm not protecting no more demons. Fuck that. Because I'm not a demonic person and I don't like that shit. I don't like those demonic spirits. I don't like it. I rebuke that shit in the name of what the fuck I believe in. I'm going to get his chart August 29th, 1982. He was born 10:34 a.m. in New York, or Manhattan, New York. And I'm going to put those coordinates in, and I'm gonna pull up his demons and we're gonna read them bitches together out loud, and I'm going to verbatimly tell you certain things, like I'm gonna point it out. This is what he's done on multiple occasions, and I'm gonna name the victims who it happened to, and we're gonna expose this shit, and we're gonna see who gonna be protected in the end. I'm not protecting no demons. Y'all better not allow him to tell you to protect no demons, because what he's doing to those people in combination is using them as accessories. So when everything hit the fucking fan, guess what? Those people gonna go down with him. And that's what they don't realize, and that's why they need to get themselves out of that situation, because ain't nothing good that's gonna come from it. When all this shit hit the fan, and he talking about protect the black man, oh, we gonna see who gonna be going on the land. We gonna see. This shit is not gonna go without justice. It's not. I'm an Aquarius with a Cancer moon, with 4 other placements in Aquarius that's backed by the 4th house and the 5th house. Baby, I am not no regular ass, oh, just let somebody say something and do something. No. I'm the motherfucker who stand up for the person that's getting bullied in front of a crowd of people that's too scared to say something. That's who I am. I'm the person who stands up for the righteous reason of what everybody is supposed to do or supposed to live when motherfuckers is getting lashed and beat in the fucking Jackson Square. That's the type of person I am. Period. Y'all not about to carbonation, not about to sit up there and do all of this extra shit online. We done been through this cycle how many times? Way too many times for me to just let y'all be online, talk about some protect the black man, and then you got these women standing behind you looking as weak and as retarded as they look. I'm not even gonna, I looked like that at one point. I looked retarded as fuck. Mentally undeveloped, because at that point I was letting a man take over my mind that I shouldn't have, and I was allowing him to use my vessel and use me for his own demonic purpose, and that's never the type of person that I was. So when I was trying to off camera, behind closed doors, express this to him and be there for him and shit like that, he drained my energy and he didn't give me nothing back. The only thing he ever gave me was that beautiful ass child who actually helped me get out of the situation that I was in, because I never wanted her to grow up like that. I never wanted that type of lifestyle for my child. So thank you, Nature Boy, for saving my ass. You're not a fucking savior, my nigga. You don't save shit. Because if you save somebody, none of those people would still be responding to their demons that you say that they have, that they're responding to. Them motherfuckers would be well overdeveloped right now. They will be so evolved that they will be on social media blowing shit up. What is coming out of carbonation? There's nothing coming out of it. You're not being creative. You're not doing anything creative. And when you are doing something creative, it has nothing to do with the world today. People can't relate to you, and you're not consistent. As consistent as you think you are, you're not. The only thing that you're consistent with is real nigga moments and creating demonic ass situations so that those people could be humiliated in front of the camera. That's the only thing you're consistent at. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Period. That's the type of energy that I got for Nature Boy. Because at the end of the day, I feel the pain from all of the other baby mamas and what they had to go through dealing with this nigga. I feel the pain from all of the women that's there that ain't saying shit, that ain't standing up for themselves, that ain't speaking up for themselves because they fucking scared. You know, I feel their pain. You won't go to hell for speaking up for yourself. You won't go to hell because you pointing out somebody else's negative characteristic that they need to change themselves. Nature Boy always like to say, oh, if y'all really love me, if y'all really care about me, then y'all be there for me and y'all tell me about myself. You'll point my demons out. You'll do this. You'll do that. But when a nigga do it, he don't want to listen. It turns into, oh, my demons must be activated so that you can get over yours and start playing these mind games and these manipulation tactics so that he can continue to do what the fuck it is that he want to do that's negative and demonic. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're never going to hell for speaking out about something you don't agree with. You're never going to hell for speaking up to somebody who claims to be the Messiah, who is actually a false prophet. You won't go to hell for that shit. If anything, you'll get kudos from the supreme energy in which we all are, that Nature Boy likes to denounce and say, well, separation is an illusion. I am God. I am God. Separation is an illusion. Bitch, I don't give a fuck how much of an illusion separation was. I don't give a fuck about none of that. What matters is that we all, even these intricate details about the chair, the TV, the walls, the houses, the cars, all of that energy, all of that physical reality, this whole physical reality is sustained by a primordial energy source. That source is what we call God. And do you think Nature Boy is giving reverence to that source? Do you think Nature Boy is actually giving thanks to the tree that he picked the fruit from? No. No, because he's claiming to be the motherfucking tree that produced the fruit. Bitch, you ain't produced shit. You ain't produced shit. The only thing that you did was walk up to the tree, pick some fruit, and then try to give the fruit to other people and try to make them believe that that fruit never existed and that you created the motherfucking fruit. You ain't about to sit here and try to do that. You ain't God, bitch. You ain't God, nigga. Go sit down. Protect what? Protect what? Your demons? No. How about it? How about no this time? Gotta be fucking kidding me. Talking about some protect the black man. Protect you from what? Then you got these people doing public apologies like you actually deserve a public apology when, bitch, you should be apologizing to everybody who you ever did something dirty to. You should be apologizing to those women. You should be publicly apologizing to those women, humiliating them the way that you do, fuck them in the ass the way that you do, and then go send them to get pregnant by somebody else and then make them get an abortion. That's what you should be apologizing for. Protect the black woman. How about that? How about you protect the black woman from niggas like you? How about we protect black women from niggas like you, from entities like you, from energies like you? And guess what? The only thing we need to be protected a black man from is women who do the same shit Nature Boy do. Because there are women out here who are just as fucked up as Nature Boy and they do the same shit that he do. That's the only thing that needs to be protected. Bitches and niggas need to be protected from negative energy, from demonic energy, from manipulating energy, from energy that's going to coerce them into some shit that they shouldn't be doing in the first place. That's what humanity needs to be protected from. You want to talk about how you only protecting yourself. Why are you the only person that needs to be protected when you're the Messiah? You're supposed to be dishing out protection. You're supposed to be telling people that I'll protect you, but yet you asking for protection. What Messiah you know asks for protection? Get on social media and say, oh, protect the black man. Then go online and act crazy and say all of the crazy things you do on top of you drinking. Ain't no Messiah gonna sit up there and do all that shit. This is a regular ass man from New York who think he got a little bit of knowledge, who ain't got the details. He's trying to create a life for themselves because they are fucking incompetent about something. You're insecure, nature boy. You're insecure. You're an insecure little ass boy who don't have no fucking mama, who can't even allow yourself to receive a mother figure in your life from a woman who wants to come in and protect you and love you and cherish you for the man you're supposed to be. You don't even give that to yourself because you're insecure. You insecure, weak ass bitch. How about that? You are a weak, insecure ass nigga. And I'm not even gonna say that I regret fucking with you, because then that would mean a whole bunch of other shit. At the end of the day, like I said, you weak as fuck, my nigga. You're not as confident as you appear to be. You're not as righteous as you appear to be. You're not confident about shit. The only thing that you're confident about, nature boy, is how big your dick is and how dark your skin is that attracts women to you. You are always talking about how beautiful you are. And even in the essence of you talking about how beautiful you are, you still think you're ugly because you are an ugly person. You are an ugly person. You'll never be beautiful. You'll only be beautiful to people who have fucked up minds. That's the only people you'll ever be beautiful to. You can never, ever attract to you a woman as beautiful as me. As beautiful as me, in and out, and be loved. You'll never find it, ever. Ever, because the only woman that you can attract is a woman that match your frequency. So it will probably be a beautiful woman, but guess what? That woman not gonna know her worth. She not gonna know her value. She not gonna know what she has to offer. She's not gonna know how to take care of you. She's not gonna know how to touch you. She's not gonna know how to make love to you. She's not gonna reproduce children for you. She's not gonna make your house into a home. She's not gonna fucking hold you and support you. You ain't gonna be able to attract that kind of woman. That woman ain't for you. It ain't for you. That's the kind of woman that is deserving of a real man. Is reserved, might I add, on top of that, for a real man. Those kind of women are hard to find because most of the women out here don't know their true worth. And for every woman out there who don't know their worth, you better fucking find it, because you're going to be in a situation, whether it's a man or a woman, who's going to be using you for your fucking energy because you don't know who you are. And you can't stand up for yourself either. Oh, for that fact alone. So you better find some self-worth. You better find something. I don't give a fuck if you know how to wipe tables really good. You better acknowledge that part about yourself, and you better be the best fucking table wiper that there is on this planet. And you better not ever make another motherfucker play with you. You better not let a motherfucker throw waste drink on your table or throw salt on your table and then wipe that shit off. You better make them wipe it off, because now they're going to have to learn how to wipe them fucking tables just as good as you did. And you better teach them. Teach them how to wipe them fucking tables. And this is why Nature Boy wanted to have me be the empress of carbonation, be the empress of all the women. Show them the way. Show them how to be a woman. Show them how to do this and this and that and that. And I never could. You know why? Because I could never teach another woman her own self-worth. She got to know that for herself. The only thing that I can do is encourage that shit. The only thing I can do is encourage another woman to find her own self-worth. That's the only thing I can do. I can't walk up to a bitch, open their mind, and say, ooh, this is your self-worth. No, I can only be an example in knowing my self-worth and being an inspiration to that other woman to find her self-worth. Now, if she want to talk about it on a one-on-one occasion and get some advice from me on some shit, then that's a whole nother story. But I can't make a bitch. And I'm not going to be making bitches because I'm not a build-a-bitch. That's not what I do. I don't build bitches, period. The only thing I build is a lifestyle, a righteous lifestyle that I want me and my child to live. I build my children. I build my husband. You understand? And at this point, you feel what I'm saying? Nature Boy was never my husband to begin with. That marriage that me and Nature Boy have is falsified. That shit is demonic and coerced. That was not in a mutual agreement. Me and him did not get married on mutual terms. That was forced. So I built my husband, my real husband. I built him. Do you understand? You can't make me be the empress of a brothel. That'll never happen. I'm never going to allow anybody to coerce me into being a motherfucking maiden to a situation that's not healthy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If any, I'm not even gonna say that out loud, but I'm just letting y'all know that I'm taking all the precautions that I need. I'm taking all of the precautions that I need, period. We're not protecting this nigga. We're not protecting his demons. We're not doing it. And let whoever in combination protect them if they want. Let them protect them if they want. Because at the end of it, whether they realize it or not, this is a realization that I had to come to. Whether they like it or not, whether they know it or not, they're going to end up down just like him. If they continue to fuck with him and protect him just like I protected him for 3 years and they watch me protect him, they're going to end up in the same situation that I ended up in, if not worse, because he actually doesn't give a fuck about none of them. He talked to them personally to all the people in Carbonation. This man does not reverence you the way that you need to be reverenced. He talk about being served and bowed down to and taken care of and all of this shit. You deserve the same thing. You know, and he like to throw out there, everybody wants to be a chief, but nobody wants to be Indians. I know men out there right now who will definitely link up with another man and serve each other. You see what I'm saying? They will serve each other, but those two men are never going to squelch each other and say, you need to bow down to me because I am your alpha, I am your superior. No, real men, they link up because they realize that when they together and they link up together, more shit can get done. They can actually build an army, but you can't build an army because you're not attached to these niggas like that. You're not really giving them the reverence that they need. You're not supporting them. So if a war ever break out mentally or physically, you trash. You trash. Nothing y'all talk about, nothing that the guys in Carbonation on social media talks about is anything that's relevant of now and today. The conversations that those men in Carbonation have online, they can't ever get up and be up next to a man who actually has knowledge and win that conversation intellectually. And even if they try to win the conversation intellectually, and it might seem like they won because of how Nature Boy taught them to talk, how Nature Boy taught them how to talk and how to manipulate people into different situations and by etymology, using different words and shit like that and phrases and all of that shit. At the end of it, they could be just as right as they could feel as right as they want to. They still wrong. And they still gonna be wrong. And their reality is always gonna show that they're going to be wrong. Period. You want to talk about you doing the right thing because you in the tropics right now and that's the best thing for everybody out there. What are you doing in the tropics right now that's beneficial to everybody except for nothing? You're not doing nothing. The only thing that you're doing is in nature on Bigo, talking about protect the black man from some demonic shit that you've created yourself and then trying to call everybody else a demon for. That's the only thing that you're doing. You're not building anything. You're not actually doing anything. You're lazy as fuck. You don't want to get out there and build a garden. You don't want to get out there and build a home. You don't want to do that shit. You don't actually want to build a tribe because you're not a chief. You're not. You a New York ass nigga who don't have no details to these 5 sciences that you like to claim you preach. Who claims to be the Messiah that don't show face for none of the shit that he actually say he is. You actually show the opposite. And they get mad when niggas call you out on your own bullshit. Girl, boy, sit all the way the fuck down. How about you take several seats? You ain't no chief. You ain't no chief, period. And you not indigenous. Because if you was indigenous, my nigga, you wouldn't even be on the kick that you on right now. You would be on some real indigenous shit, building on the land. I'm indigenous. You wearing those feathers, like, for what? What type of statement are you making? You only looking yourself look stupid because that's my culture. That's actually my culture. I actually grew up. That's my actual bloodline. So while you making fun of that shit and doing that shit for fun, for views online, you are very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. And you're not gonna see nothing good come out of anything that you're doing. So keep on putting on them feathers, disrespecting those people. I don't give a fuck if it was back in the day or not. Keep disrespecting people, keep disrespecting women, men, children, religions, cultures. Keep disrespecting that shit. Watch where you find yourself end up at. That shit is not nothing to play with. This nigga playing online like he a real chief, and he ain't. I know real chiefs. I've been in the presence of real chiefs. Like, swear to you on my life. Been in the presence of real chiefs. You know how I greet real chiefs? With reverence, with respect, as an empress. That's how I greet a real chief. You know how I greet Nature Boy? I don't have no respect for this nigga. I look at this nigga with disgust. You ain't getting none of this from me. Nothing. You gonna get a side eye and a turn and a look of a nasty ass, disgusted ass glimpse. Because you ain't no real chief. You ain't a chief. Period. Period. You a fucking wannabe. You a wannabe, and you trying so hard to be, and you'll never be. And it's sad because it kind of seems like the potential is there, but it's not. As much as I would like to say or think that he has potential to be, you know, somebody great, it's not. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Because if he did, he would start working on his ways and start changing from that demonic shit. That's what he would do. But because he's not, it's only showing me that that's who he is and that's who he'll ever be. That's not potential. That's just a motherfucker who just stuck in doing in their own ways. Have at it in your own world. Nature Boy is miserable right now. He wants to make y'all believe that he's found a new part of himself and he's happy and he don't want to be with none of those women that's there. Why you think he's still trying to recruit new women off of social media, off of motherfucking Bigo? Why you think he's trying to get a new woman in there so that he can make me jealous? And he's gonna make sure she's beautiful just so he can try to make me jealous. But guess what? No woman who come to Carbonation who says I'm sitting in 99 strong now, she could have it. You know what I'm saying? I'll never be jealous of no shit like that. Ain't no jealousy bone in my body because first of all, I know my worth so much. I have so much self-confidence that if I see another beautiful woman, I'm actually going to want her to stand by me. I'm actually going to want her to build with me. You see what I'm saying? Because I know that when we get together, that shit going to be more powerful than what it would be if I was by myself. So jealousy is not even a factor. If anything, I'm going to be really disgusted at both of y'all because both of y'all are immature and weak as fuck and look stupid as fuck doing it. That's like, you know what I'm saying? So any women who you trying to replace me with, have a good time. How about you try? I want you to try your hardest. Like, I want you to give it your all. Like, don't half-ass, Nature Boy. If you're going to replace me, I want you to give it your all. Like, I want you to go all in that shit. Like, really just, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit. You'll never. You know why? Because there's only one me. Period. Those women it's nothing to be jealous about. Those women, there's nothing to be jealous about. Nothing. I feel bad for them. I feel sad for them. That's the only way that I feel for them. I feel like I got a lot out. I feel like Nature Boy ain't shit. I feel like Carbonation ain't shit, and it will never be shit. Because if it was, then you'll start seeing it. But there is never going to be there because it never was there in the beginning. When Nature Boy set out to go to Honduras, when he first left the United States, he was just talking just like he is now. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to build a tribe. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. He never did it, even when he had a half a quarter or $250,000. You know why he never did it? Because that never was his main focus from the begin with. That's never what he truly wanted to do from the beginning. He had another agenda. He had other shit that he wanted to do that he didn't necessarily tell the people that was coming on his journey with him. So when those people found out his true intentions, they left. Period. Protect what? Your demons? If a woman gets pregnant by Nature Boy, it's not going to be good. That experience is not going to be good. And just because I'm saying that, he will try to make it be beautiful for you. This is the type of nigga he is. Nature Boy is the type of nigga who will make you feel like something, will make you feel like the opposite of what's actually going on. He'll create a whole fucking scenery. He'll even not be with women. He'll be monogamous. He'll be monogamous with you for 4 or 5 months, 6 months, 9 months at a time. And then throw all his shit onto you that he feel like he want to do because you emotionally invested with him now and he knows that you're not going to leave him. Oh, he'll do that. He'll create a whole fucking scenario for you to get you comfortable, make you feel real good about yourself, make you feel like you the empress, you the queen, you this, you that, and then fuck over you. Fuck over you. And he gets women to that certain point because he knows that naturally for a woman, a man could be somewhat of a weakness. So that woman, if she feel like she love you and she'll never leave you, you know what I'm saying? If she feel like she love you, she'll never leave you. If she feel like she got somewhat of a respect for you, you know, she won't ever disrespect you to the point where she'll leave you and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no respect for you. I don't have no respect for the type of man you are. And I don't have no type of respect for the shit that you do. Period. And if those women need to go through a whole heap of shit with him after watching me go through all of that shit, then that's exactly what they need so they can come to the realization that they need to come to just like I did. You see what I'm saying? So it's all gonna unfold properly just the way that it needs to be. But I ain't protecting shit. I ain't protecting shit. Y'all.
And what y'all think about this, man? What do y'all think about this whole Nature Boy thing? Do y'all think it's just a bunch of foolery and shenanigans? Do y'all think that he is evil as they say he is? Or do you think it is some women and also some men that are, they just have self-esteem issues. They just had a bad walk in life where they found someone that would lead them. Because that's what a lot of people do. They look for someone to follow, to listen to pull them out of the rut called life. Do you think that he was the Messiah for them? Do you think that he provided an experience, a togetherness? Do you think that he took them from the rut that they called life and brought them into the wilderness? Well, he then told them that he was God. He was the Messiah. Now, listen to this lady talk, and she definitely has a level of passion. It's definitely a lot of hurt there, and it's definitely something that has happened to where you have to, you have to take notice that, this woman has a certain level of truth to it. But I guess I'm just taken back a little bit by the notation that, because in the video, as you heard it, her father was in the background like, yo, baby girl, tell him what books you've been reading, and tell him that, this is going to be his days are numbered. And I'm just like, well, if you had this level of support system and you was giving your daughter this strength of self-worth, of self-validation, of empowerment, how did your daughter get wrapped up in the shenanigans? How did your daughter get wrapped up following a man that would subject her to the lack of prenatal care, the lack of trust, the lack of honesty? How did she get caught up in this situation? I mean, and I think that's the issue that I find so crazy right now, and I have to step back and look at the picture for what it is. This is the fear that we have with our children, that they're going to get caught up in something that we as the parents, you know, are going to fear that they're not going to be able to escape from. They're not going to be able to bounce back from. And this is the day that we've been preparing for. You know, when you have a child, right? And you're helping them ride a bike. And the bike has training wheels, but your kid convinces you that they are ready to move up. They are ready to explore anew. They are ready to go out on their own into the world and tackle life. Well, we're the training wheels, ladies and gentlemen. We're the training wheels. We then say, how much can we pull back to let our children go off on their own? To let our children ride into the sunset and accomplish whatever goals and reach whatever aspirations and ambitions they've set out to do. Well, this is a situation where someone has pulled back the training wheels back and allowed this woman to say, go out and be great. And she found a man that she thought was great. She found a situation that she thought was going to be advantageous for her. She got pregnant and had a baby by this man. And now that she is out of the grips of this cult, she is now stepping out. Somebody said in the chat room, she's venting and detoxing. And that's possibly so, you know, and there is definitely a strong message. But she has a strong message, but fuck all that. She has a strong message, but fuck all that. The real message is, how do you prevent your son or daughter from even getting into this situation? That's the real message here. Because we as men and women go through shit all the time. Now, all of us don't get wrapped up in a sex cult. All of us don't, you know, go out into the woods and shit and say, okay, well, you are the Messiah, you are God, and we're bowing down. All of us know better than that. The fact of the matter is, the girl seems somewhat intelligent. She obviously has a father in her life. So my thought process, where did we go wrong? And that, to me, is the biggest conversation. That, to me, is the big conversation. How the fuck do I prevent my daughters from going through this shit? How do you prevent your sons from going through this shit? That, to me, is the bigger conversation. It's great that she can vent. It's great that she's detoxing. And this is not a situation where we victimize the victim. This is a situation is, are we really learning from this person? And I think the bigger lesson of what you learn is, how do we empower, encourage, and develop our children enough to say, whoo, this ain't what you want, player. This ain't what you want. Now, some people like bad boys. Some people like bad girls. Some people like to live on the edge. They want to feel that high, that roller coaster ride. And she definitely went on a roller coaster ride. She definitely felt the highs and the lows. She felt the stomach drop. She felt the inspiration of life, and then down in the dumps. So she's definitely, the last 3 years, has definitely went on that ride. But now the conversation is, well, how long does she talk about it? Is she getting the professional help that she needs? Does this go into Black women are not protected? Black men are not protected? Or is this an individual situation where you made a choice to be with a man that was not right? Is there a level of self-accountability? Or is it that this man, you know, drug her down? This man gave her a bunch of STDs and verbally abused her, sexually abused her, passed her around. At some point in time, we have to look at the big picture. And the big picture here is, I don't want you guys to think that, you know, this lady is not a victim of something. She's definitely a victim of something, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. My man says it's an isolated incident. It's an isolated situation. I truly believe it's isolated. Everyone can't say that I know 10 people or 5 people, fuck it, 3 people that have been involved in a sex cult, they escaped, etc., etc., etc. Somebody else says this is not an isolated situation? Well, I believe that this is a situation that is rare, that there are not a lot of people that will experience this, which makes this story so more powerful, because it's like, wow, first of all, it's a black cult, you know what I'm saying? And there's not a lot of experience on the inside of it. Now, what makes it bad is that you see that these guys wasn't living their best life. These people were not living their best life. It looks like they were living a life, their best life, in the worst conditions. Women not getting the prenatal care, the vitamins and nutrition that they need, eating 1 time a day, motherfucker giving you fruits and peanuts and shit. Not only, do you want to subject yourself to that? And then here's the thing. It seems like there was a lot of, she talked about, these principles of learning and what was said and what was supposed to be done. And my whole thought process, what message, what level of knowledge do one goes to get that close to God? To get that, my man says, it gives me Manson vibes. I believe that too. But how, it's a lot of people who seek to get closer to God. They fast, they pray, they meditate, they refrain from sex, they travel to the motherland. Like, it's a lot of things people do for that intellectual and spiritual touch. That embrace, that learning, that to feel one with the spirits. And there's a lot of conversation. People use a lot of big words and they use the sciences and they use all types of books and just a lot of shit. And my thought to you guys is, at what point in time do you just say, man, I need to live the best life I can live? I ain't trying to look for no goddamn 25 higher powers. I ain't trying to worry about all of this shit. I'm just going to worry about my little circle and the people that I love, and we're going to be the best that we can be. This is a lady that had a father. Now, whether the father was there during the time frame of her messing with Nature Boy early, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, it's sad to me that it takes a woman 3 years to realize that this person is toxic. It's sad to me that it takes a woman 3 years to realize that women are not receiving the care that should be provided when they're pregnant. People are not eating 3 meals a day, quality meals a day. Like, how long does it take? God damn it, I'm about to piss somebody off. How long does it take to say this shit ain't right? You go into a restaurant. Oh my God. You go into a restaurant and you say, I want a steak medium. Okay. I want a loaded potato. I want some asparagus with a little garlic, a little butter, a little salt and pepper. Yes, I did say but. I fucked up. I'm about to piss somebody off. So you in the restaurant and you order this meal. Boom, they bring the meal out. Okay, first of all, the steak is well done. I didn't ask for that. The potato is dry as fuck. Where is all the goddamn olives and chives and all the shit that you eat on your fucking potato? I don't know what you eat, but stay with me, goddammit. And the asparagus is goddamn, it's overcooked. It's mushy. Do you think it's going to take 3 years for me to realize that this is not the place I need to be? Do you think that I need to have 4 more plates of this to know that, you know what, this ain't for me? I know I'm trying to make light of the situation, but I'm trying to give you guys just a little bit of tidbit to say, you know what? How long does it take to say this shit ain't working? This shit don't look right. People are motherfucking dying. She said there were several babies born that didn't make it. People are being starved. People are being sexually abused, passed around, verbally abused. How long does it take? What curse word will it take to get your ass gone? What less peanut or less motherfucking apple slice or coconut does it take for you to say, you know what, you done shorted me on these coconuts one too many times? What curse word, what F-bomb can you use to say, oh, that's the last biatch you gonna call me? There has to be a level of empowerment, you guys. There has to be a level of self-awareness and self-accountability. Ladies, I want you guys to hear me. Do not stay in no abusive relationship. I don't give a fuck what he provided. My man, she said that my man had dark skin and a big penis. So you mean to tell me every time he hits you with, girl, lay down, let me give you this long pipe. You forgot about how people are starving? You forgot about motherfuckers is eating peanuts and goddamn coconut chives? You forgot motherfuckers is being born goddamn with a deficiency? You forgot all the verbal abuse? You forgot that motherfuckers is getting passed around like a goddamn cup of water? Like, what type of penis was this man providing? What type of sermons was this man giving? What type of enlightenment? I'm just saying. My man says this young woman has been through all this with this little man that calls himself Messiah. Wow. Was her mother or her grandmother? Look, so check this out, right? I don't know why the screen is moving so fast. So check this out. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Y'all comments is coming in very good. It's just moving a little bit fast. I'm trying to read this shit. But check this out. You know what? She was a young woman or is a young woman. The fact of the matter is, man, how long does it take for us to instill self-worth into our children? So that way, regardless of the man, regardless of the woman, regardless of how they look, how tall, how fat, how skinny, regardless of how they articulate their words, how succulent breasts are, how curvy the waist or buttocks is, how big the penis is, how can we combat human nature? How can we combat human attraction? How can we combat a physical stimulant, a mental stimulant? Because right now she says, you know, hey, I thought this dude was a leader. I thought this guy had the potential to actually be my king. No Love says, talk to your kids at a young age. I don't know if that's how No Love sounds. I'm just pretending right now. I'm about to piss somebody off. I totally agree with you, No Love. I totally agree. You have to talk to your children. You have to find ways to empower your children to make them think. I have found that there are a lot of people who are raising children that do not empower their children. They allow their children to be stupid, naive, nitwits. I'm about to piss somebody off. Dumbasses. They lack giving them responsibility. They lack giving them duties. And they are stupid. And when they give or given a situation just like this, when they find the nature boys and the nature girls out there, because we know that there are women out there. She even said it. There are women out there that subject men to fuckery and foolery. But the fact of the matter is, let's stick to the subject. God damn it. You got to think about this shit. Hit the like button. Y'all stop playing with me. Come on now. You got to think about this. If we're not empowering our youth, if we're not empowering the next generation, there are some people out there that are going to take up the mantle and subject our children to the fuckery. I want you to move out here in the middle of nowhere, okay? And we're going to eat these goddamn deer droppings. This fucking skunk juice. We're going to eat these whale shavings and we're going to be merry, goddammit. We are going to be married. We're going to be angelic. We're going to be one with nature. We're going to be taking shrooms and shit. And while we are high on this psychedelic fucking ride, I'm going to be saying shit like I am the Messiah. I am the 6'6" Messiah. I noticed in all of the pictures that I've seen, I noticed in all of the videos that I've watched, the commentary, the documentations, everything seems to me that these people wanted to be a part of a family, wanted to be a part of something bigger, definitely lack in some type of area mentally. And like she said, for those women who did not provide financially, were used sexually, that he deliberately manipulated them into believing that his way was the way. I'm just a little nervous at how long it takes for someone to actually say this ain't working for me. I'm just saying, and maybe it's just because of what I've been through in reference to my life experience, in reference to educational, and just general knowledge. But hey, listen, it's not going to take me long to know shit ain't working. Okay, you're not going to take my peanuts, right? You're not going to take my goddamn squirrel meat and keep on doing that shit and tell me, oh yeah, you're going to eat one time a day. Well, goddamn, brother, I'm getting a little light in the chest area. The way my ribs is showing, I think this is unhealthy. I'm saying, I ain't got enough energy to goddamn climb up in this tree and go to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, the moral of the story is, do not allow your children to get caught up in the fuckery. To empower your children, to give them knowledge, to empower them, to put them around people that will teach them the art of war. Now, there's books out there. There's documentaries out there. There's scholars out there. There are people that have nourished situations and commentary to allow you to promote your child's mental stability. It is time to promote that mental stability, because there are other people out there that are wicked. There are other people out there that are very articulate in promoting that wickedness, but they don't say it's wickedness. They say it's righteousness. And they use that to provide an illusion, to provide a powerful spectacle, to manipulate our children. Here's the thing, Nature Boy ain't nothing fucking new. He ain't nothing new. You can get your local drug dealer to do the same thing, your local stripper to do the same thing, your local pastor to do the same thing. This shit exists a lot of different places, y'all. We're not just looking at Nature Boy. We're talking about all over. Hey, you got pedophiles out there that do the same fucking thing. People have the gift of gab and trying to promote extreme shit. And that extreme shit gets children involved in the fuckery. How do you think these sex traffickers are getting people? You think they're walking up to people and not being able to have a conversation? Not being able to go online and motherfucking provide certain photos. And they're meticulous about how they move. But Nature Boy said, you know what? I'm getting these girls and these women and these men or whatever off my looks. Player, they coming to me. I'm about to piss somebody off. They coming to me, player. They coming to me. They seeking me out. Well, shit. They say, hey, pimp, you can hate the game, but don't hate me. So what do we do? What do we do? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mario J. This is Tough Luck. Until next time, y'all adult up. Make sure that you like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Find me on all platforms. Shout out to Fam Radio. Shout out to Fam Radio. Y'all can catch me on Fam Radio on all platforms. So if you drive and you want to listen to something cooling, you want to listen to me, I'm about to piss somebody off. You want to listen to me piss somebody off? Then make sure you check out Fam Radio on all social media platforms where you can find the Tough Love Show. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I got some things to do, but I'm hoping that you guys are enlightened, empowered, and for most of all, you're willing to hear the tough conversation so that way you can share it with a friend and say, you know what, I like what Mario J doing. He a cool dude. But the nature boy thing to me is nothing new. I think that these men and women come in all shape, form, fashions, and sizes and colors and creeds. And you just got to find, look at it for what it is. People lack confidence. People lack know-how and people lack common sense. And when you do those things and you find yourself in a vulnerable state, because that's what it is, it's vulnerable. All these men and women that's coming out and saying now I want to, detox and vent, they had a certain level of vulnerability and they did not have the support system around them. And they found something to support them. They found something to empower them. And in this case, Nature Boy empowered this woman to a certain extent. And she found out that he was not what she was looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, I am out of here. Till next time, y'all adult up. Peace.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what'll I make you? Good?